Hello folks, hope you're doing well. Well, it's been a few videos a day so far. Well, as I say, they seem to be following each other, as in the subject and the sort of the wave of it, I suppose. Yeah, but that's cool. I don't mind. I don't really choose what gets said. I mean, even now, there's been something on my mind, and I was saying to God, I need you to guide me on this, as in what to say, how to say it, and etc, etc, etc. Because otherwise it's just me blurbing tons of crap out, which there's no point in that at all. Yeah, I've said recently about opening up doors again. Well, I said also this morning about this morning there was people on my mind that hadn't been on my mind for about at least probably about 7 years, at least 7 years, if not 8 years. Yeah, at least 7 years. Well, a few days before, a phone number was on my mind of someone that I was friends with a long time ago, but haven't been friends with for probably about 8 years, 9 years. Yeah. And the reason why was because this person's way of communicating was, how will I say it? Difficult. I'll try and explain it the way he explained it. As he himself said, he would often say things that were wrong to test people to see if they understood. But he would intentionally say this thing that's wrong to test you. Yeah. But the problem is he'd do this pretty much all the time. Pretty much in every conversation. So the problem is you would never know whether what he's saying is truthful or just him doing that. And it just made conversations pretty much impossible because, yeah. And I mean, you're trying to look at it from his point of view as well as your own, and yeah. I mean, the question that always was in my mind, who are you doing this for? Yeah, because if it's every time, who are you doing it for? Yeah, well, not quite every time, but yeah. I mean, so that's why the relationship ended in the past, and yeah. I say it was simply a case where, the phone number suddenly was in my mind again, so I thought I'd better phone. They weren't in on that occasion, so I phoned up again tonight, spoke to this person. But then, it was obviously what into my mind straight afterwards was, I've sort of opened a door that I closed in the past, and I didn't feel bad about closing it. I never felt that I was missing anything. Yeah. So, anyway, the point about that is, I've been thinking about it since, and it is very much a case. I'm not saying this is one of those situations. Pardon me. I'm not saying this is one of those situations, but it can happen that in the past there was somebody in your life that wasn't right for you then. But they are now. That maybe God wants that person in your life now for a purpose. That is possible. Yeah, of course. Of course it is, yeah. That is certainly within the realm of possibility that God wants that to be the case. And if that's the case, then okay. Well, it's like, as I said with regards to myself, years ago, until I got to about 50, I never bothered to actually drive. Then there was a reason to learn to drive. things changed. Driving was not my thing, then it was. Until very, very recently, probably this year, I've never bothered to drink alcohol. I drank it incredibly rarely. I mean, yeah. How many times would I have dranken? How many times would I have drank, serious alcohol in the summer? Before? Probably zero. If you talk about strong alcohol, never. Never. Yet now, I still partake of the cherry brandy occasionally. Yeah, some nights I do. I don't every night because it tends to cause indigestion. Well, I suppose that's because when you drink it and you have that fire of the alcohol, if that's going to do something to your throat, it's going to do something to your stomach as well, I would guess. To stave off indigestion issues, I don't partake of it every night, but certainly a lot more often than I used to. At least once a week, if not twice a week. Well, different types of fruited brandy. Yes, 2 times a week probably. Now, it didn't suit me before, but it does now. It wasn't, so it didn't suit me, it's the same, it wasn't suitable for me then, but it is now. So that can be the same with people. Maybe a person wasn't suitable for you then, but is now. And it's interesting to look at things from that point of view, because there are going to be occasions where God brings someone back into your life who it wasn't right then, but it might be now. And that's interesting. Because as I say, with regards to, I said earlier, everything is about character. Yeah. Well, is it possible that the conversations with this person could be useful now? Could be. That is possible, yes, could be. Yeah. That is certainly within the realm of possibility. It could be. I'm not going to say it will be, but it could be. Certainly if it isn't, I will not be concerned about ending the contact. No. But, I mean, certainly it is the case now compared to before. I'm more interested in understanding as whether this is Father's will, and although I'm asking for what purpose, generally speaking, I'm not going to be told the purpose. No. But from my understanding, because I keep on saying to Father, okay, what's next? This is possibly what's next. Yeah. Well, as I say, I mean, to me, if something comes into your head quite strongly, then there's a reason for it. Yeah. Right, when I was talking about the young ladies from the church, the one who gave me a lift a few times, to her I'd just like to say thank you so much for doing that. I'd like to see her again just to say that I really am thankful for what you did before. Because, a single woman with a single man, and you being happy to give that person a lift, in today's society it would be understandable for you to say no because you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position, but you said yes. And so with that being the case, thank you. I'd love to do that. That's why I searched for a long time to see if I could find that church. Because of the fact that obviously if I could speak to her again, that would be lovely. And if God is saying now is the time to go and speak to her. Because the way things ended between me and that one didn't end well, because I lent her a few things. I lent her a book, a Smith Wigglesworth book, and I lent her a walking stick that I had made sanded down and everything, and put the proper sort of lacquer on it so it would survive. And she left it in her car, and she got her car basically taken away to be scrapped, and she left the walking stick and the book in the car, in the boot of the car. And I was a bit annoyed by that. I was like, yeah, but I did lend you that stuff, I'm not expecting you to think of our friendships being that important, but if someone lends you stuff, make sure your car's not got stuff in it that someone's lent you. But yeah, so we didn't end up greatly. So I would like to go back and just say that I'm sorry about the way things ended. I really am grateful for the fact that you put yourself in a position where you would help me. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, is it a case that things suddenly come into your mind again for a reason, or is it just the way the mind happens? Well, the answer will be forthcoming. The answers to that will be forthcoming, because I think on some occasions it is of God, on some occasions it isn't. So yeah, we are just going to have to see what Father wants, aren't we, really? Yeah. So, I mean, to me, it's very much a case of, certainly with this man, because I know that he is used to doing things in this way, and he has been for a long, long time. You're talking 20, 25, 30 years he's been doing things in that way. And therefore he's got pretty good at it. I just said to Father earlier, okay, that song by for King and Country Unity, where it says, will you be next to me in unity? I said, well, if these conversations are going to have to happen, I need you next to me in unity, really. I need you helping me with this, because I'm no match for this person in any way, shape or form. Because I'm not. Well, it's like the way that God said to me years ago, about knife. He said, a knife is like a game of chess. He said, but the thing of it is, he said, you are pretty much a rank amateur with regard to this completely. You are someone who barely knows the rules of the game. And you're playing against someone who is an expert. The devil, But the thing of it is, you have the maker of the game, and the one who understands it better, and the one who even, the only one who can basically beat this expert, you have on your side. So, that is true. And that's what I understood as a very, very, very young Christian. Or as I thought I was at the time. Yeah. So anyhow, there you go. So it's an interesting point. That there are people that, in the past it was right maybe to get those people out of your life. That it may be now God's will for those people to be in your life. That maybe it's a case where it would be beneficial for those people to be in your life. Beneficial to you or beneficial to them, or both. And in the end, time will tell. But I say, for me, I realise now that I'm not the person I was then. But I also realise I have enough wisdom now to know that I'm not going to try and go up against somebody who is quite skilled at doing things in that way. Because it makes no sense. If I don't want my joy to be robbed, then, But this is a situation where, okay, Father, let's see what happens here. I'm not going to judge it because I don't know. I know that I'm not the same person now. I've got no idea who he is now. No idea at all. So there you go. You take care, God bless. I will leave you to it. Have a wonderful night, and well, I suppose by the time you get this one, because I've still got, well, there's one, it's got 7 minutes left to upload onto YouTube, and that was, are you willing to what? Good question. I don't know. I did this one a while back, so I don't know. Are you willing to put all the hard work into for maybe nothing? Yeah. I mean, that's a good question, isn't it? That one, yeah. Because this is the point, really. Yeah. Well, I mean, the world's view is that there is no God, and to be honest, I think a lot of people in church believe there is no God. Because certainly for an awful lot of people, there's been no example of God in their life. Not if they're in church. They've not seen any prayers for healing. They've not seen any prayers for deliverance. They've not seen any miracles or any mighty works in any way, shape or form. They've not seen any worship that's heart. So what really have they seen of God in their lives? They're not taught to walk by the church, they're taught to talk. When they're taught to pray, they're taught to give a shopping list rather than to listen. So, So that's why so many people in church don't believe in God. I mean, as I say, it blows my mind all the time about church, because to me, surely the point of church is to show God. That must be the point of church, to reveal God to the world. So if you're in a situation where there's been no revelations of God for a long time, as I say, surely surely everything would have to be, okay, let's understand why that is and fix it. But do we get the impression that that is the case? I don't. So certainly, people would have the understanding from that point of view that putting all that effort in, they could end up with nothing. They could still end up with no God in their church, no God in their life, doing incredible things. As I say, our life should be, and it should be, a life that reflects the amazing, incredible, loving God that we have. But I would say probably at least 95% of people who say they are of God, their life does not reflect that. That's a big problem. That is a huge problem. How we fix it? Really? That would be my understanding. How we fix it at the moment? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, this point about being sons, and this point about being of Him and being of His nature, because when we're of His nature, then we can have His authority, His word, and we can walk in all of that, and we can just be a blessing to people. We don't need to be little babies anymore. We will be mature. We'll be sons, trusted with doing things according to His will and His ways. Because we will understand that. We will know that. But I can't say how that's going to get to the masses because I don't know. I honestly don't know. My hope is maybe somebody will hear my videos and basically get that message out to other people, and maybe that person will have 1 million followers and 500,000 views to every video. Well, as I say, it doesn't matter if what I'm saying is true. It matters if that gets out. Does it matter if I'm the one that gets it out? No. No, not in any way, shape or form. No, all that matters is that it gets out, and for God to use whatever tools He wishes to use to get it out. Simple as that. And if He wants me to influence somebody who then goes out and is the big revealer, great. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't want to be the centre of attention. So, that suits me perfectly well. Yeah. It does. That'd be great for me. I'd love that. No problem at all. But as I say, is that going to happen? Is it going to happen where someone else is going to be the one that's going to reveal it to people? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah. I don't. I mean, is it going to happen where... Because certainly early on in the 8 months of me standing, I thought it was possible that the way that the world would see this, certainly the church would see this, would be by sons of God simply walking heaven down. And walking it through earth. And that's how the church would see what God is doing now. Is that the case? I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, all I can say is that it doesn't look like we're at that point in time yet. So how it's going to happen, I don't know. But as I say, there is a job for everyone, and there is a job for the churches to do. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. That really is up to them, isn't it? That really is. It's up to them to either do it or not do it. So but it's His business. It's not our business. It's not the business of the church, and that's the point. The church isn't in control of any of this in any way, shape or form. And it may have made a mistake in the past of believing it might be, but it really isn't. Father is the one. It's His business. It's His will, His way. It's always been His desire. That's the reason why Yeshua was sent. There was a purpose. Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people in the church see the forgiveness of sin as being the everything basically. But no, it wasn't. That was a point to something else. Relationship with Father. So, there you go. As I say, how that's going to happen, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But, as long as it does happen, that really is all that matters, because there's a massive need for it right now. There really is. In the church and within the world. There's a huge harvest in the world, and the church is a harvest in itself. So, you take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. And, enjoy. Have a fantastic week. You take care. Bye bye. God bless.